Okay, so when I want to complete the square, I take the first two terms, I complete the square on the first two terms, and the plus 1, 2, 3 is a separate entity. So if I complete the square on the first two terms, then x squared plus 22x becomes x plus 11 all squared, and I'm going to take off the square of this term, so take off 1, 2, 1. So that would be what I'd get if I completed the square on the first two terms. But I also have this plus 1, 2, 3, which is separate. Now you can do this all in one go. I just like to think of it like this. So this then becomes x plus 11 all squared, and 123 take away 121 is plus 2. Now, I always like to draw these at this point. A very quick sketch. So the plus 11 is going to send this graph left 11, and the plus 2 is going to send it up 2. So if I take my set of axes, so a very quick set of axes, if I think about a usual x squared sort of graph, let me just try and do it so it, there we go. Okay, so a fairly regular, fairly standard quadratic graph. There we go. At the moment, the bottom of that, so the smallest value is here, because the curve doesn't get any lower than that. So if this is now moved 11 to the left and 2 up, then that bottom has moved 11 to the left and then 2 up. If we're going 11 to the left and 2 up. So negative 11 and positive 2. So now the least value, the graph is decreasing, it's getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower until it gets there is the least value. So the least value is going to be 2, and it happens when x is negative 11. So the next part of the question then says the minimum value occurs when x equals, so that's the negative 11, and the minimum value is, so the lowest points on that curve is 2.